Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. My name's Cam. I'll be your bartender today. What can I get you?
I'm gonna do tequila soda, I think.
Okay. Let me see what flavors I got.
Cool.
We have agave watermelon, and we also have the agave original lime. Which one do you want?
I'll do the lime.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Let me get you a cup. Set my rack down. What's your name?
My name's Juanita. What's your name?
I just told you it's Cam.
Cam. Oh.
Oh, come
well,
on. Gotta remember your bartender's name.
I do. Conversation's not gonna go on now. Since
That's
I
fair.
remember it.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm still a new bartender,
Oh,
so your
cool.
drink might not be that good. As you can see, it's from a can.
I'm good with a canned
All
drink.
right, there
At
you
least
go.
I know how much alcohol is in it.
Exactly, right? It's a pro. It's a pro. I like your tattoos.
Thanks.
They're super cool.
Thanks. I definitely love local artists. I see you have a whole sleeve there.
I do. Let me look at the butterflies. Those are cool. It's
All
like
my
hair all over it.
right?
Okay, so butterfly. I don't really see a theme. Is it just?
There's no theme.
Okay, gotcha.
It's very random when I'm going through a crisis type of thing. That's when the tattoos start happening.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is like my star sign. But I
Right.
like nature or like zodiac type of tattoos.
Are you into like astrology and stuff like that?
Yeah, very much so.
Do you think it's like real?
Of course I think it's real.
Okay.
I tattooed
Alright.
on my body. I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
Okay.
What's
I don't
your
know.
sign?
Aquarius, February 5th, so Aquarius.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Aquarius.
Yeah.
Water signs. Or I think Aquarius is a water sign, right?
I've always
Pretty
associated
sure.
with water, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But I also like don't know nothing. Like my wife was born in like August. I don't actually know what hers is at all. Early August.
I'm going to have to look it up now.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me
But
her birthday.
I will. But why do you think it's real? Like, tell me about that. Why do you think that astrology? Because I never really talk to people who like are into astrology.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like our whole universe is kind of like, I don't know, everything just happened for a reason. I believe in God, but I believe in all the other shit too, like Big Bang Theory, you know. I believe God made it happen, but I'm like, the stars and all are like, just like the stars, the star maps, like the constellations, I don't know. I just feel like there's a reason for it. Like there has to be a reason for it. So that's that's the reason I believe in.
So do you think that astrology can be real and it can have truth if God doesn't exist? Do you think an atheist
For
can
sure.
believe in astrology?
No, for sure.
Okay.
Because still, you're believing in science, right? You're believing in like how the universe was created.
But how does science relate to astrology? And this is me asking questions, right? I'm just a bartender, so I don't actually know.
Yeah.
But
well, I would say like it has to do with astronomy, like astrology, astronomy, like it's like I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with science too.
okay, because when I was at CNM, I took an astronomy class. And they were pretty ruthless in like, this is not astrology. This is not astrology.
No, totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. I would say it's different, but to me, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a science. Like I totally get that. Astronomy.
It's more like a spiritualist science at that point. Because like you can get like a degree in like religion.
Yeah.
Right?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
And I do think it's especially in like our day and age now, it's definitely like I feel like a lot of people are I feel like a lot of people are going towards like believing in astrology and believing in other things versus God, which is, that's great that people are able to do that now, because it used to kind of just be like, you need to believe in God. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
There's other options for you now.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
I think something like I forgot the statistic, but something like 29% of Americans are now atheistic, or at the very least don't claim to believe in a God or support a religion.
That's crazy.
So it's definitely on the rise, which is really funny because you have people like previous presidents who said that like atheists shouldn't be citizens,
or like
right?
Joel or
or
Joel
like
Osteen
Joel
combo.
Osteen guy. Yeah.
People like that, those big mega churches. Yeah, we won't. We'll get into that another different time.
It's your first drink. We can talk about that later. Honestly. But do you have a lot of tattoos? Or are you still getting more?
I'm still getting more. I think I'm gonna get another one pretty soon. What
are you getting?
I don't know. I haven't. I think I'm gonna do my Mac tattoo finally.
You like Mac Miller?
Yeah, love.
Heck yeah. I have a Mac tattoo.
Let me see.
I can't.
Oh,
it's
never
really
mind.
high on my thigh, so I have to flash you my whole ass.
We'll refrain from that.
I'll show you later when we're, not in a bar and But it's really cool. It's done. It's a neo trad style. It's done by a local guy too. I have a lot of local artists. I think I only have one tattoo from like a famous dude somewhere else. But do you have any? Is it all local, or do you get tattooed from all local?
I've only ever had tattoos here in New Mexico.
Nice. Do you want to go travel and get tattooed?
Honestly, no. I don't know. I'm a very neurotic person, so I don't know if I would trust. Like, I think about getting a tattoo in Vegas, and I'm like, I don't know. I just think
Okay,
about.
but you got to have a bad tattoo. You got to have at least one.
I have one. My
Which one?
vagina flower. That's my bad tattoo.
It doesn't look well.
It's bad. That was my first tattoo. I got it on Friday the 13th, and it's my vagina tattoo. Dang. That's what I call it.
Do you have any other Friday the 13th tattoos? Now I'm curious.
No, that's the only one I have.
I have a pretty bad one too, but I actually kind of like it. It's my wife's least favorite tattoo.
What is it? Which
it's
one?
a pair of cherries, and it's pretty high up on my thigh. And it's trad cherries, right? But the cherries are titties.
Okay. I fucks with that. I like that, actually. Was it a Friday the 13th one?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was because, well, I'm sometimes at a tattoo shop in Draw, right? Mm-hmm. And there's apprentices there. And the apprentice was like, hey, Cam, let me tattoo you. I'm like, okay, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know, do whatever. And then some other dude's like, titty cherries. And so we did titty cherries.
Titty cherries were born.
Exactly. And it's probably my like dumbest tattoo, but you got to have a dumb tattoo.
Yeah, you do.
You're going to get covered up or you're going to keep it?
I don't know.
Because if you cover up that, you might have to cover up like that as well, like the whole thing.
Because I have no idea what I would cover it up with. What another flower? I guess I could cover it up with another flower. But
I mean, like maybe.
Yeah.
You can get it lasered a little bit. I don't know. I hear laser sucks.
I'm not a pain. Oh, well, tattoo pain's
That's
different
you get tattooed.
than... Tattoo pain is... I've heard that the fucking laser... I'm sorry. I keep cussing.
No, you get it. This is a bar. We're all good to go. Yeah,
sorry.
you're good. No, you're good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
You're good. Just take another drink and then tell me about what you've heard about laser.
That it fucking hurts and that I don't want to do it. And it looks very painful. Anytime I've ever seen anybody get it, they say that it's worse than tattoo pain. I feel like tattoo pain's a different type of pain. Like, tattoo pain, it's a different type of pain.
Well, I'm still in the honeymoon phase of tattooing, though, because I've only been getting tattooed since, like, November of 2020. So very recent.
You've stacked up that many?
Like, you haven't even seen my legs yet. I have, like, a full leg sleeve.
Wow.
So I don't, because you've been tattooed for a while, right?
Yeah. Well, I got my first, I got it, I got my first tattoo probably in, 2016. So, yeah, longer
Okay.
than you.
Yeah, 2016. So, shoot, you've been getting tattooed for...
2016, 2017,
like
something like that.
6 years-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might have a better tolerance of pain by now because it still hurts like a mother for me.
I love the pain. The pain is what makes it. Like I said, it's my crisis thing. I haven't had a crisis in a while though, so I haven't gotten a tattoo. So I just need to make
sad.
it
Oh no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, it's sad that you don't get another tattoo.
I know, but I need to for a celebration of summer or something.
That's fair. Yeah. That's always a good reason to do it. Because when you get tattooed, though, aren't you supposed to get, like, tattooed in the winter more often? That way you don't flash it to the sun all the time?
I don't even go in the sun. Do you see how pale I am? I don't go in the sun.
That's fair. That's fair. So, on a scale of, 1 to 10, where is tattooing lies in terms of pain for you?
I don't know.
It's tricky. For me, it's like an 8 or a 9. I'm a weenie, though.
I would say like a 6.
6.
Like a 6 or a 5.
Have you ever had like a level 10 pain before? Like we're talking physical pain here. Broken a bone, anything like that?
I was hit by a drunk driver and I got my collarbone. This one is like fucked up.
Oh.
And it's still fucked up. Like whenever I work out like at the gym and shit, I like it's really a struggle for me when I do like shoulders and shit. But that's the only bone I've ever broken in my life.
That's a horrible bone to break,
It was the worst, actually, ever.
Dang. When was it in high school or later after high school?
No, it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago.
Probably that's like really recent.
Yeah,
it takes a long time for bones to especially as you get older.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Like little kids when they break their bones,
I know.
They bounce back
easy.
So quick.
I would have rather probably fallen and like broken my arm or something on the playground. Have you ever broken a bone?
I did. When I was 12, I snapped my wrist.
Oh.
And actually,
did you fall on it?
Yeah, I was camping. I was actually 11 because it was a Boy Scout trip. It was an 11-year-old Scout trip. And I was on a log and it rolled out from underneath me and I flew back like that. And it was in Podunk, New Mexico, and they didn't have enough morphine, so they put me on ketamine.
I had morphine whenever I broke my bone. Ketamine
It's a horse tranquilizer.
I've seen some one time in high school. Somebody did ketamine on like the bus, and I know
hold up,
on the school bus.
Let's go back real quick.
Yeah.
On the bus.
On the school bus, in the back of the school bus, he did, and it's so well. Anyway, I'll go back.
Where'd you go to school at?
Yeah.
Back of the bus.
Back of the bus, and he was just like slumped. Like it was so scary, and I was like, oh my god, like it was just a scary thing. And then that guy ended up being like reformed. He ended up like reforming to like a Christian and stuff. So I don't know where he's at now, but I remember the ketamine thing.
Insane.
I always remember that because I was like, I will never in my life do that. Because
it's pretty wild.
Very scary.
It literally disconnects your brain from your body, so technically you're still there. But you're not really there.
Is that like, have you ever heard of, what's it called? DMT? DMT? Is that kind of like that? Or I feel like that's more of a psychological type of thing. And then the ketamine is more of kind of like a body thing.
Well, I've heard that DMT is actually like a spiritual thing. It probably really isn't that spiritual. It's probably just drugs, right? Yeah. But I've been told that if you get like 6 or 7 hits into DMT, you like see God. So that's interesting.
That's interesting. Scary, interesting. Like I definitely don't want to do that ever in my life.
Yeah,
but ketamine it did sound so. That sucks that they didn't have like something.
No, yeah, and I was like 11.
Yeah.
So starting young. Well, here's the thing, like, because my parents were in the room because I was 11 years old, so you're not allowed to go camping by yourself until you're 12 in the Boy Scouts. So 11 my parents came with, and they were in the hospital room with us and like watching me, and they put, because my arm was like in a U shape, right? And they put my fingers into like these little like Chinese torture finger trap things, and we're trying to like pull it down to set it in place. And they couldn't actually get it. But the whole time I'm there like, as my broken arm is being like mangled.
That sounds horrible.
So yeah, I could remember it.
Yeah, you were like, I definitely remember all of it.
I felt pretty good right there.
Yeah, I remember that morphine was. I was like, okay, I guess I see why people do this, because that pain went away right away.
Oh, yeah. So. Oh, yeah. Are you catching any United games lately?
I'm not, but I have some friends that are there tonight. I have never honestly watched it, but I think it's cool that it's like a big New Mexico thing and that like everybody goes out and supports it.
It's pretty cool. I mean, the tailgates, I've never been to the tailgates, but I have a lot of friends who go there, and it's a big deal around here.
Yeah, for sure. No, I see it everywhere, the bumper stickers, and I think it's like super cool. It's like
it's finally
something for us to kind of believe
in.
Like,
it's finally a team that we can get behind.
Yeah.
Because like we have UNM, and they're either great or not great, and it depends on the year. You have Isotopes, which are kind of lame.
No.
I don't know. I think Isotopes are fun to go to
for the entertainment,
but they're also a AAA. Are they triple? They might even be AA. They're just not pro. They're like the level below pro, right? Whereas NM United is at the very least a semi-pro soccer team, and they sell out Isotope Stadium all the time, and it's electric. It's so cool.
I'm gonna have to go. I want to go just kind of for like the vibe of it, like to, like just to go, like everybody's like kind of hype and. Come
visit me beforehand because you got a pregame at my bar because it's like $15 beers over there.
Oh hell no! Yeah, I need to come here for these awesome tequila sodas.
I have heard them called ranch waters, tequila sodas, carbonated tequila.
I've never heard of carbonated tequila. That one is your own, I think, invention.
I have heard them called carbonated tequila. Oops. Yeah. It's they're kind of popular. My sister actually turned me on to them. Is that what you normally drink, or what do you like to drink?
I always drink. Either that or I'm like a red wine girl for sure. Cab Sauv is my.
I don't know nothing about wines.
Cabernet.
I'm a new bartender. I'm still
Sauvignon.
learning.
Yeah. I'm gonna teach you about wines. Just kidding. But I definitely love a dark red. I love like a very dry wine.
Yeah.
I'm not a sugary drink type of person.
At some point, doesn't dry wine just sort of taste like cider?
No. No.
Okay.
Never.
Because I went to a cidery and I had a very dry cider.
Here?
It was actually in Denver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it tasted what I expect wine to taste like. I'm very limited in my wine tasting, though.
Yeah. You're definitely going to have to open up that wine tasting. Because, no, I've honestly never had a wine that tasted like a cider. But I love ciders, too. I used to be so big into beer, but I've kind of steered away. But definitely, like, I'm a Marble girl. La Cumbre, those are my two.
Marble's local, too.
Yeah, but La Cumbre is probably my favorite.
That's crazy.
I'm a little bit more into La Cumbre.
See, I just think I need to get into it a little more. Like, I'm really new to drinking. I come from a weird Mormon background, right? So I still need to get into drinking more.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know. I don't know everything there is to know. I finally found a beer that I like other than Blue Moon.
What beer?
It is the Joy Bus. It's from Four Peaks. It's the Joy Bus. Wow, Joy Bus.
Oh, I haven't heard
It's
of that.
like a 10 times better Blue Moon. It's so delicious.
I love, yeah. When I drink beer, I'm like more of like a wheat, very like with the wheat, like where you can drink it with like an orange or lemon or something like that.
That's the beer I
Blue Moon
jive
is
with.
actually what I started drinking with too. That was like when I first started.
It's a good introductory
yes,
one, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Super good. I want to go tour the Coors factory in Denver, or you can do a tour. And obviously, like they make Blue Moon too, but yeah, you can like do a tour.
Have you ever toured an alcohol facility before?
I have not. I want to though.
Okay.
I feel like if my dream job that will never happen is to own a winery or something like that, like I would
multi-million-dollar winery in California.
Oh. Napa girl.
I was gonna say, there's no way you can make one here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, no, for sure not. They have actually, you know what's so fucking weird is they have in Socorro, New Mexico, they have just a random winery for sale.
Really?
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't do well in the like.
Well, it's probably near the river.
Yeah. It's like. Yeah, I guess maybe kind of. Not really, though.
There's kind of some nice things down there, though, because, like, TRC has those really nice hot springs.
Yeah.
And Socorro has, well, it's nothing. It's Socorro. But apparently they have a winery.
If you go to, well, the winery's not open, but it's for somebody to buy if somebody wanted to buy it.
That up.
Yeah. Oh, no. That, like, the fields look horrible. Like, they're selling it for a reason. But what's good in Socorro is there's a burger place. It's called Buckhorn, and it's like it's been like rated like number 7.
Isn't that south in San Antonio?
Like, yeah, it's like right next to. I consider San Antonio like Socorro, but it's so good. Yeah.
It's got a separate cemetery.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. I used to work, before bartending. I used to work at a cemetery, and it's got a really cool one.
What?
Yep, I sold dead people and dead people accessories.
Wow.
No, I didn't sell dead people. Oops, my bad. I said dead people accessories and burial plots. I didn't actually sell dead people. The drink's talking to you, not me.
Dead people. It's like, have you ever seen King of the Hill where he's all, I sell dead people and dead people accessories instead of propane and propane accessories.
I am the Hank Hill of funeral
Oh,
business.
funeral?
Gosh dang it, Bobby.
You dropped the body in the hole.
That's my casket.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well.
Well, anyway.
Was.
Yes. I was a trafficker in human organs. Apparently. No. But I worked at funeral homes and cemeteries, and I sold burial plots and dead people accessories.
Wow.
Not humans. Clarification there. But that cemetery is really, really cool. And you know what's really interesting? They have illegal berries there all the time.
A what?
It's like a dirt burial place, right? And so sometimes when you're working the cemetery, you'll show up and there's a random like mound.
Wait.
So people will die, not report the death, and illegally bury them. And there's really no way to.
There's no way to dig it up or like to.
You have to have a permit from the state of New Mexico in order to dig into it.
Jeez! So, oh my god, that's kind of scary, actually.
A little bit.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I'm definitely not going anywhere over there.
Oh yeah, and there's very strict laws on burials and everything for good reasons. But when you go out into rural America, a little bit trickier.
Yeah, for sure.
To enforce, I should say.
I love rural New Mexico, other than fucking hopefully not being buried in a plot.
Rural New Mexico's pretty. I really like Cimarron. They have a Boy Scout camp that I went to. Have you been there?
Oh no, where is that by?
It's north. That's all I know. It's near the Colorado border. It's they have a thing called Philmont Scout Ranch. It's this giant scout ranch that I've been backpacking in.
Oh, cool.
Really cool. What's your favorite rural town?
Probably. Well, I'm biased because I'm from like by there, but
you're not from
Ruidoso.
Albuquerque?
No.
Where are you
I'm
from?
Carrizozo. It's a very small town.
I've heard of it.
Like
I probably
at the
drove
bottom
through
of
it.
if you've gone like to like I love Ruidoso because it's like a cute little ski town.
Yeah.
Like, super cute. But yeah, it's like around the mountain. It's like 30 minutes from there.
Okay.
I feel like Ruidoso is going to be like the big spot once all like the stuff with the legalization happens. I'm predicting that it's going to be a little Durango.
Is Durango really big? Because I don't know a lot about Colorado.
I feel like
so.
a lot of people from here will go to like Durango. It's like a cute little ski town.
Yeah.
Because they have like.
So does ski and weed go together?
I don't know. I think weed and skiing come with people from Texas that want to come here to. You know what I mean?
Are Texans big skiers?
Well, I feel like Texans like vacation a lot in Ruidoso.
Really?
I don't know if they ski, but
because I don't actually.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised in Albuquerque, so I know Pequeño area. I don't know anything about Ruidoso.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like a Texan, like people from Texas will like go and visit because it's like super hot in Texas, and like Ruidoso, it's like even when it's like super hot everywhere, you can kind of go there because it's like in the mountains and it's like a lot cooler. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit of an attraction.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be super cool.
Yeah.
I can't think of very many attraction towns we have in New Mexico.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, there was TRC, which I think was like named after like a video game or something like that. Not a video game.
Game show.
Game show. You ever? Is that a real thing?
It is a real thing. I've never seen that show, but I love game shows. But I haven't seen that one. But it's for sure it was a real thing. Yeah, they were named after that game show.
First time someone told me that, I thought it was a joke, and then I was like, wait, that's real.
Yeah, no,
they named a town after a game show.
I know, right? So weird. Yeah, there's I'm trying to think. Cloudcraft is also really cute. It's kind of up in that area. Very cute little mountain town. So cute.
Yeah.
Like when you go in the winter, it's kind of like a little. I don't know. It kind of gives me like little North Pole vibes.
Yeah.
Not like obviously North Pole, but like as close as we can get here in New Mexico. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have a lot of cool little places to look at.
I love New Mexico, and I feel like it just sucks that all the crime and stuff because it gives us like the bad rep or whatever.
Yeah.
But New Mexico's beautiful.
And like even the crime, like what puts us over the top is automotive crime.
Yeah.
In reality, any city is going to have city issues,
exactly.
right? And even then, if you're thinking per capita, right? Like Albuquerque isn't even the worst one out of all the cities and towns in New Mexico.
Like
yeah, I see that. Have you ever been to Roswell?
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you think about it?
It's Roswell. But really, I mean, it's Roswell.
You drive past it to get to Carlsbad.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it's cute. I love the little alien stuff. I love that they have like their little. I don't know if you've ever been, and I've never been, but they have every like July 4th that weekend. Usually they'll have like a alien festival, and like a lot of people that like draws in a lot of people from out of New Mexico. So I think that's cool. And
the museum's kind of weak though.
Yeah, it's so weak. I'm like, I don't know, like, it's just it's so weak. Yeah, I don't even know what I was.
So you know the
That's
fancy,
how weak it was.
yeah, you know the fancy McDonald's they have there.
Oh yeah, it's cute.
They just got a fancy Starbucks.
Like a spaceship one.
Yeah. So it's like decked out in like alien thing. So Roswell's known for the museum, the Starbucks, and the McDonald's. That's it.
Yeah. I remember. They've never had anything good there. I used to have family that lived there though, and we would go, and like it was always so boring, honestly. But that's just small town, and I appreciate small towns. I love small towns, so I think it's cool that they have the tourism.
Absolutely.
The tourism kind of travel.
In reality, like New Mexico's bread and butter finances is tourism. I'm pretty sure. I did the math one time for Balloon Fiesta. They charge the Rainbow Riders like $400 to $500 a ride. Each of those gondolas can hold like 10 to 15 people.
No.
And they have like anywhere from like 8 to 15 balloons going up every morning. So within 1 week, with those rides alone, they're probably raking in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. The amount of money that we get as a city from that alone probably pays for our infrastructure for the whole year.
That's why they were like, we're opening that as soon as we can.
Guaranteed.
Like, no matter what, we're opening the Balloon Fiesta again.
Like when COVID shut that down, I was actually really concerned. I was like, that's...
Because that's where a lot of our money
That's
comes
all of
from.
our money.
Yeah, right?
We have that in the film industry, and that's about it here.
That's really it. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we'd have more if we had a better resource on water, though. Because, like, water really makes or breaks a town.
Yeah.
I found something out, though. Intel uses up 60% of the water in New Mexico. From the river. Because apparently making microchips is super water intensive. So they use 60% of our water resource.
That is
Now,
crazy.
I've also heard that. I don't know if it's actually 60% around that neighborhood and they were just ballparking it. But apparently that's where a lot of our water is going to.
That's so strange. That's like the strangest thing to,
and it's like
it's like the strangest thing for it to be like used on.
Oh, yeah. So you've never been to an United game?
No.
Do you ever go to sports games at all?
Honestly, I'm not a big like sports watching person.
So what are you kind of person then? Obviously, you like to drink, right?
I love I'm like people or watching wise, definitely like reality TV, or I'm a drama type. I love drama or things like that, or true crime and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you stay within the American scope, or do you branch out into like Korean dramas or telenovelas or stuff like that?
I definitely should. The only thing I've ever seen that's been like out of the or like not here in America was probably like Squid Game or something.
Squid Game. Fair enough.
I definitely should look into other stuff. Like I've heard Japanese movies are so much scarier and like their horror is a lot different.
It is.
Have you ever watched the movie Tusk?
No, it looks so scary.
It's fucking scary.
I can't handle scary.
I always will mock my boyfriend with the Tusk thing because he won't watch it. He gets so scared. He's like, I'm not gonna watch that because it's like it is scary, but that's like my favorite horror movie since we were talking about horror movies. But definitely, I want to branch out into like the Japanese horror films because they're supposed to be a lot scarier. And American horror films are like what? What am I gonna fucking watch? What's the Insidious or whatever those
There's
type
Insidious.
of movies?
I think Americans are more into like slashers. So you get like Saw.
I like slasher. I like a good slasher. Like that new movie X that just came out. I want to watch it, and because it has Kid Cudi in it.
Really?
Yeah, he's like
Kid Cudi acts?
Yeah, he's starting to act now, and
man.
so I want to watch it. And
that beef with Kanye must have gotten to him.
Oh, oh God, are we gonna get into Kanye?
Probably.
Just kidding.
Maybe not. That's a sticky situation.
You know what? I actually love Kanye. I will say that I love.
I like
Kanye.
his music.
I like his music, and I feel for him.
Yeah,
I do.
Divorce is hard. I feel for his kids.
I feel for. I don't know. I think his own mental health. Like I think he's been, and I don't think anybody like tries to help him, and that sucks. Like it's just kind of enablers around him, and I think sometimes like when you get to that point of being that famous and stuff, like everybody's just going to be a yes man to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that does not help your mental health.
I do think that my favorite, and it's kind of a hot take, but I think my favorite hip hop album of all time, purely because of how it influenced me, was his Graduation album.
That's such a good album.
It's like my favorite one.
That's a really good album.
Yep, it's my favorite.
I will say my favorite album ever is probably The Divine Feminine by Mac Miller.
Ooh.
That's my favorite album ever. Like, ever.
The Divine Feminine's really good. I think I like Good AM better from him.
I like Good AM. That's a really good album, too.
And his Postmostheus one was really good, too.
My favorite song is the one with Lil Wayne. I think it's... Oh, I just forgot the name. I think it's like Question... Or I don't know. Something, but it's the one with Lil Wayne, and I can't,
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but...
So good.
Yeah.
That's, like, the best song on that album, I think.
For which album?
And then also with Juicy J. The song with Juicy J on Good AM.
Good AM, yeah.
The song with Juicy J, and then the song with Lil Wayne.
I think When in Rome is the best one off that album. When in Rome's so good.
I would have to listen to it, but I've listened to every song, but like I would have to listen to it to see. But no.
Or the Weekend, not the Weekend, but the song Weekend on that album. Yeah.
I'm gonna go see the Weekend in concert. I'm so excited.
Where?
In Denver, with Doja Cat. With my baby Doja Cat. I love Doja.
That's insane. That's going to be such a good show.
I know. I'm so excited. Well, there's all this shit that just happened like within the past 2 nights, and she's like canceled now, I guess.
She's been canceled 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
Everybody gets. I feel like if you haven't gotten canceled at this point, like
you're not
are
even
you even making it? Are you even making it in this industry? No, I'm just kidding. But I mean,
like to be fair, like
we're not perfect. Nobody is perfect. I think like the cancel. I can understand certain people being canceled, but I just feel like now it's so much like I'm like, well, what have you done, bitch, that you're not telling people like you could be canceled too? So,
the way I see it is if it's almost impossible to consume media ethically. It's almost impossible to buy anything ethically.
Yes, exactly.
And although we shouldn't use that as an excuse to not fight for justice and change and everything, why am I not going to listen to Doja Cat when I might still listen to Drake? And that dude's a piece of shit. I love his music though, right? Or like, I don't know, I'm a big Bieber guy, and that dude, his last album where he sampled Martin Luther King to talk about having sex with a girl.
Oh my God!
And it was like,
I was like the Justin Bieber mega stan growing up, and now I don't really like him. I don't know. His music isn't that great, so I didn't even listen to the last album, honestly.
That's fair.
I listened to trash. Like the one with Giveon or whatever his name is, but that's the only one. Yeah. But I'm like, I remember whenever he got the DUI, I was like, I cried. I was like, because I loved him. I was like, because we have the same birthday, and I was like, we're meant to be together. I like loved him so much.
Wait, like, how old were you when you stopped loving Justin Bieber? I'm curious now. How old are you willing to admit that you were?
I know, right? I'm just kidding. I would say when I was like 17.
Okay.
No, I still even kind of like him now. I just thought his last album was trash. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I would honestly, like, if he performed all the old songs, I would go see him in concert, probably. Like,
That's fair.
I loved him from whenever he was like on YouTube doing covers. So
That's fair.
Very much a Justin Bieber fan, but he is a POS. Like, I'm not gonna say that he's not.
No, yeah. When I was super active into religion,
Yeah.
I was super into him because he had some like really fun bangers, but he kind of had some like gospel God undertones
Yes.
to a lot of it, and
I
that made me
loved that
super
about
into it.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I think that is something that I really liked about him, is that he was always very like clean cut, and like until obviously like he started kind of wilding out. But I also feel like same thing is like when you get to that point of being famous, of like everybody's a yes man, nobody's gonna like check you, and nobody's
Absolutely
and,
not.
and
you got to
they
check
shouldn't have
yourself.
to. And
you should be able to check yourself.
But
Why
he's
you
a
have
kid.
body
He was a
autonomy.
kid.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think, I don't know, like also like just the whole famous shit. I'm like, I don't know. I think the more I grow up, I'm like, I love reality TV. I love like all that shit, and like, I don't know, I'm into pop. I'm into pop culture.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's like the more you get older, you realize like, oh my god, like I don't know, just all that shit is so weird. Like all the nepotism of it, all the just the weird shit about being like the. Like
No, absolutely.
being famous and stuff.
No, absolutely. I would hate to be famous.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
that sounds horrible. I want to be successful and wealthy, but I don't want fame
to the
associated.
point where it's like you're still kind of
Yeah.
not at that point
Where I'm still a
it's like,
human
yeah,
being.
Exactly.
Whereas the absurd wealth that some of these guys have, I mean, like, if you have enough money that you could feed the entire world even for one day
Yeah.
and choose not to, that
I
makes you a
know.
bad person.
I know it does. Like I'm like, I just think about like if I was in their position, I'm like, why wouldn't you want to help people? Like why wouldn't you want to help like your
Oh, yeah.
community or just in general like help anybody? It's just so weird. To
Yeah,
me. Like,
there's videos of some of these guys going to like Walmarts and saying, "Hey, I'll buy everyone's groceries for the next
Shaq
hour."
always does that.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Shaq's so cool.
He is like the coolest celebrity. Shaq is like, I will always like, he is so cute. He's like so pure. I just think he's a good guy.
Can I get you another one?
Yes, you can.
Do you want to have the same flavor? Or do you want the watermelon this time?
I think I'm gonna do the watermelon.
Okay, gotcha. Same cup, okay?
Same cup is okay.
All right. Whoop. Exploded. I'll wipe that up. There we go. A little bit more. Sorry.
You're
no,
good.
Shaq is super cool. He's also really funny.
Yeah, he
You know
is.
he's a DJ now?
I could see him doing anything, just like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's like a random person. Like he does fucking everything, and so does Shaq. Like Shaq gets the bag.
Oh, yeah.
If that's one thing about Shaq and Snoop Dogg too, they get the fucking bag.
I don't know what that means.
It means like they get the money. Like
Okay,
they
okay.
get a lot of like
Gotcha.
they do a lot of they.
Is that what the kids are saying nowadays?
Yeah. The bag. I'm like, yeah, that's what the kids are saying. That's been a thing. Now I feel kind of hip. No, just kidding.
I was gonna say I haven't heard that
Yeah,
one before.
they like do a lot of shit. Like they work a lot. I like them. Yeah, they're cool.
Absolutely. That's super cool. Yeah, no, I really like Shaq, and I don't like basketball that much. I think it's a great sport. I like to watch it live, but I get kind of bored with it on TV.
Yeah.
And it just sucks because it's like
I've
March Madness right
never-
now.
Yeah, I've never been into that. I'm honestly not into watching like I can watch like a Dallas Cowboys game and act like
Oh
I'm
no.
into it.
Oh no,
but
you're a Cowboys fan.
I'm not like a fan of like any team just because I'm not into it like that. But I would say if I was like if Dallas was playing against somebody, I would pick them.
Dang. Well, you and like half of New Mexico.
Yeah,
would.
exactly. Because
Yeah.
we don't have a team to
No,
go
exactly.
To, so.
Yeah, I keep going back to it, but I would highly recommend NM United.
Yes.
But yeah,
I need to watch a game. I definitely
you really should. And you can actually watch them over at the Electric Playhouse and at a couple of the different places where they like stream and you can have like drinks and like food
I
and
think
everything
I will
like that.
do it in person. I feel like doing it in
In
person
person's
would be
so
better.
cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Come here pregame and
Exactly.
then go to the
Pre-game at my bar, have a cool conversation.
Yeah.
Get on out of here
Yeah.
and go have some fun at the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Really, really fun stuff.
What do you like to watch other than sports?
Yeah, hold up. Let's go back real quick because we were talking about what is it? A reality TV show. Do you watch Love Is Blind?
Do I watch Love Is Blind? Yeah,
Take that as a yes.
I watch Love is Blind.
Okay.
They're all blind. Just kidding.
They're all horrible.
Horrible.
What I didn't like about this season, last season, there was someone that we could root for. They're good all the way through.
Lauren
They
and
all
Cam.
fucking suck. Yeah, Lauren and Cam, so good, right?
Yeah.
So good. Not this season.
Yeah, there was like literally not one couple that I like. Nick and Danielle were so, I don't know. I feel bad for her. Like I do. Like every episode, I was like kind of feeling bad for her, but I'm like, just all the stress that she's gonna cause him is just, I don't know. I think she should have gotten her own help first before she got married.
Oh yeah.
So I was.
Who's your least favorite person from that season?
Shake.
More than Shayna.
Oh, I don't know. She's a fucking freak too. I don't know. She's so weird. Like, I'm blind, so I can't say anything. But when she's like all like during the she's like, I don't know. She's I don't know how you feel about this, but she's very much Trumpy.
Yeah, her family gave off that like QAnon kind of vibe, and I was like,
as soon as we were like, "Are you proud to be an American, sir?"
Christian nationalist.
I'm a Christian. I love my guns and I love my rights. And if you kidding, but that's
no. That was very much the vibe of that family,
which is an okay vibe, but. She just gave weird vibes.
It was an intense vibe.
I just thought it was weird.
Yeah, it was very intense.
And I just
vibe.
thought it was like, I don't know, Kyle was a freak too on his own though.
Kyle
he's
was
like
a
all
freak.
trying to get deep. You saw the reunion, right?
Yes. Oh, and the freaking reunion, man. I think that's what puts Shake above Shayna for me.
Yeah, me too.
That reunion was.
He went on there to cause trouble.
He did. That's exactly what he did. And he even talked about how like he wasn't even into the whole concept. It was like he was just trying to get famous.
All love is blurry.
Exactly. Did you see the host even called him out?
Yeah. Nick and Vanessa Lachey or whatever. And it's so funny. He got so mad at him, like Nick Lachey did. It was kind of funny. And I thought it was funny when he was like, you work on dogs or like you work on animals, not on humans. You know, animals, not humans. Because he doesn't. Like he's very much a narcissistic person. Yep. And it's like just insane.
A narcissist.
Actually, I will say my favorite person on the show was Deep D this season.
Deep D's pretty cool.
I liked her. And
it's a shame that she got stuck with Shake.
I know. Yeah. But I'm like, why did she even choose him? It was so weird. Like, because I'm like, the answers that he gave in the pod were like, why would you choose that guy? Like, he should have been, like, it's so weird how they, like, have all these random people in the beginning, and then they just kind of disappear throughout. Like, why didn't he disappear throughout?
Well, it's because only some of them, drama sells, right?
Yeah.
But also only some of them get married or get engaged in the amount of time that they have scheduled before the trip to Mexico. And those are the people who get to go to Mexico. Oh. Like the first season, they weren't expecting hardly anybody, and they actually had 3 extra couples get engaged, and 2 of them actually got married.
I can't remember who.
Well, outside of the crew, the normal crew, and they were like, "Sorry, we weren't expecting these much, so you can't be on the show anymore." Yeah.
Oh, I actually think I saw something about that, like an article or something. Yeah, I just think, I don't know, like, the Love is Blind thing is just so weird, too, because it's like, I don't know, like, I guess you're getting deep with somebody, but, like, how could you fall in love with never, like, touching them, or, like,
and don't get me wrong,
touching them in, like, a sexual way, like, in general, like, holding somebody's hand, or, like, kissing them, or, just things like that.
Would you ever go on Love is Blind?
Definitely not.
Why? Tell me.
I just like what I just think it's, like, I don't know. Like,
you got to see and touch somebody.
I don't care, like, so much. Well, and I'm like, I have my love, but like, I mean, I don't care so much about like those type of things that like I guess people don't want to go on there for. I just think it's weird. Like I wouldn't be like, I almost feel like it would be like a catfish type of situation, which was like a big reality show in my day. We're
similar. How old are you?
26.
I'm 24, so it's close. Yeah.
So like catfish, I don't know. I just feel like I just wouldn't be able to take the emotions from the pod
carry it over.
I don't know, it just would be weird for me, I think.
Do you ever have a phone conversation with someone that you never met before, and then you picture what they look like in your head, and then you meet them in person and you're like, that was not what I was expecting? I feel like it's going to be just like that, but awkward.
No, exactly. Like when you're thinking of, because automatically, like just in general, like as a person, you're going to think of what somebody looks like, and not in a, but like you're going to think of what somebody looks like. So yeah, I think that would just be weird because you're talking to somebody like for a fucking week, and then
the first couple gets engaged within a week, right? Yeah, some of them take like 2 weeks, but some of them is like a weekend, and they're like, "Ha, we're getting married now."
Nick and Danielle did that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't know, and also the show maybe exaggerates some things, but to the finale, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, is Shane is Shane on drugs? Like, why is he like, I don't know. He's just always like weird.
My favorite scene of the entire episode is when who's Shane's person?
Shane is Natalie.
Natalie. So
And then Shane,
when
I guess.
when Natalie and Shane were in the apartment together, and Natalie was like, "How much money do you spend on food?" And he was like, $2,000 a month, and I was like, "Fuck."
Are you sure? That's what you're
And then she's like, "We're gonna have to change that." And he's like,
he was a nice guy, but he was strange. Like the fact that he was always like, maybe he was like 88. I don't know, something. Maybe he just needed to.
just looked like a quirky guy, honestly.
Yeah,
his laugh
he was
bugged the fuck out of me.
I know, yeah.
God.
I don't know how she would be. Well, I'm glad that she did, because I'm like, how could you like put up with that annoyance for like the rest of your life? The annoying laugh, like, oh, I feel bad because he's a nice guy.
And part of me wonders, like, is that how much of these people are just personas? Mm-hmm. Is that
I'm sure half of it.
Because like, is that the real Shane that we saw in the episode?
Who knows?
What do you think?
I would say probably not. I don't know, but how could you be that weird and not that be?
Do you think it's the same shake in real world versus in show?
I think yes, but I think he exaggerated it to be the villain. I think he wanted to be the villain, and he wanted that type of and so random. Actually, I like randomly saw an article, and he has a girlfriend now, and like it was just very much internalized racism, I feel like, with him. I'm gonna be honest. No, for real. Like, it was. Because, like, she was beautiful. Deep D is beautiful.
Yeah,
and, like,
gorgeous.
now he's with just, I don't know, just what he would...
What he normally
What he
is.
was normally with.
He hates Indian women, apparently.
Yeah. It's his aunt, apparently.
Yeah.
And she's the same age as him, but it's his aunt. Just so, yeah, I don't know.
Wait, he's with his aunt?
No, but that's what he kept calling
I was
DT.
like, that's some
he
like
kept telling-
backwoods kind of shit right there.
He kept telling, no, he's with another girl now.
Okay.
But, I mean, you could just tell it's very much, he hates him. I think he hates himself. I think he has some self-hatred.
That's fair.
Towards himself.
That's fair.
She was a good person, though. She's a great person, I think. I hope, I don't know, like, it seems like Kyle and her are going to date now, but if they don't, then
So
I hope she finds a
you
good
keep
guy.
up with the tea.
I definitely keep up with the tea.
How do you keep up with the tea?
Twitter.
Twitter.
I'm a Twitter girl.
Okay.
For sure.
Not TikTok.
Oh, I love TikTok too.
Okay.
I don't do I honestly never get on Instagram, or I don't even have Facebook, but I never even get on.
Instagram's kind of my jam. One of my I was on a podcast at one point, right? It's called the After Hours Podcast.
Okay, cool.
And I was talking about it's kind of a little more of a racy podcast, so it's on like Patreon and stuff like that. Because you have to YouTube would ban it.
Yeah.
Because it's more like talking about
Because
After Hours,
it's a
it's
little
adult only. Yeah, we're talking about
after hours.
Well, yeah, they were asking me about the Mormon underwear and stuff like that, right? Yeah, you watch the podcast; it'll be really, really good.
I'm gonna watch it.
You should.
I'm really curious.
It's the After Hours Podcast on Patreon. But anyway, their main plug and the way that the person that they go through, which is the Comfy Couch Podcast, they normally do everything through Instagram. That's how I found it all too, because I'm an Instagram dude. I don't do anything but Instagram.
And I feel like I think that's what everybody does too.
Especially for tattoos, Instagram's the standard.
Oh yeah. That's
Absolutely.
where I found my artist is on Instagram. I'll use it for stuff like that. I'm gonna look up the After Hours Podcast.
You
now.
really should.
I definitely need to.
I don't know if they have their own Instagram, but they do have the Patreon. And I
Is
think
it on
it's
the Comfy Couch?
So the Comfy Couch, I have a link to it in the description.
Oh, okay.
And then you can hop onto the Patreon. And it's blocked it's in a Patreon wall because
it's
YouTube,
raunchy.
YouTube would just cancel it and you can't make
it's
it.
raunchy.
And people should be paid for their services, right?
Yeah,
People should
exactly.
receive compensation, and they shouldn't be doing things for free all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Because YouTube is kind of a...
Yeah, which is interesting because they have a 17 and over rating on it, yet they still make it for kids. They have
on YouTube or on what?
YouTube.
On Comfy Couch?
YouTube.
Or on Patreon?
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, YouTube, in order to download the app, it's 16 or 17 and up. Other than that, you're on YouTube Kids. But yeah, everyone
I've been
on
on YouTube since fucking I was 12. No, just
Exactly.
kidding. Everybody has.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. But then why is it the creator's job to make the content kid-friendly when kids shouldn't even be there? Why aren't parents watching their kids more?
Oh, that's a whole other damn discussion.
That is. Do you want to talk about that
I mean,
discussion?
we can. We
Because
definitely
parents,
can.
man.
I think it's just parenting is just a lot different now these days. I think, well, in general, I'm not even going to say parenting. I'm going to say in general, people aren't people that hold themselves accountable now. A lot of people don't want to hold themselves accountable for certain things. And I'm not even saying just parents. I'm saying just in general. Like, that's a thing I feel like in our generation is, like, accountability. A lot of people don't hold themselves accountable. Like, I don't know.
So I would give you a counter argument to that.
Okay.
Because I don't actually have a stance on this yet. But my counter argument to that is it's always been that way. Just because of technological advances, we see it more.
Yeah. Okay. I actually, I definitely see that. I could see that. Yeah. I think, I don't know. Technology is a gift and a curse.
And it's super important because we get trade-offs, right? Like the farther we get into the monster that is TikTok, the more succinct and better Siri gets. And pretty soon we're going to have AI that already can mimic human voices to a T, right?
Yeah.
The more that we get our data tracked by the phone companies, which we give up certain rights and privacy, the better GPS systems work.
I wanted to say something funny.
Go for it.
Just
Yeah, go for it.
GPS
Yeah, go for it.
thing,
Go for it.
It's like when people are like, this is like not a, or whatever, but like when people are like, I'm not gonna get the vaccine because they're gonna put a tracker in me, and I'm like,
you have your phone.
Had a tracker in you for years. Like, what do you mean?
Years. They've put trackers in iPhones since like they came out.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you've had a tracker on you. Like,
and you agree to it too. You're like, yes, please know my location while I'm ordering from Total Wine. Absolutely not.
Like,
who got the time to read that?
Yeah.
Who's got the time?
I don't read it.
Why would
None
you?
of us read it.
Honestly. There's actually a whole South Park episode about that. How it's making fun of like the intense rules in the agreement for iTunes, and one of them, Kyle, doesn't actually read it, and then gets abducted by Apple and used for a weird like human centipede style experiment.
Ew.
Yeah, really gross. However,
Tusk vibes.
all the other guys were just making fun of him because they were like, "Well, did you read the agreement?" He's like, "No one reads the agreement," and they're like,
Everyone
"Yeah, we
reads
do.
it.
Everyone reads the agreement."
No one reads the agreement.
No. In real life, no one
no
reads
one
it.
reads the
Absolutely, no one reads it. So I assume you're an iPhone gal then.
Yeah, for sure.
Why iPhone over Android?
I've never had an Android actually.
Do you think it's because you like the feel better? Is it a status symbol? Like, why is that?
I think it's just because it's what I know how to use. I think if I was like, I don't know, I think like Samsung makes different types of phones, like maybe for people that are into the technology and stuff. I'm not. I'm like, I use it for the basic shit. Like, I don't really need anything more. Yeah. What about you?
I'm definitely like, I don't know. I use an iPhone. I started out on Android though, and I find it really interesting. They're almost like the same phones, right? There's a difference in price sometimes, and maybe one's better, but the one catches up and it's back and forth race all the time.
Yeah.
What I think it is people are born into situations or raised in situations where they have biases and preferences. And because of that, they choose what they choose. And this counts for iPhones. It counts for what you like to drink. It counts for, do you like Pepsi or Coke? It counts for religion, politics, all of that.
Yeah.
And you don't really get your own flavor until you're a young adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could agree on that.
Yeah.
You know how much of like, the choice and stuff.
Yeah, the choice? Just the ability to choose?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, because like your parents are buying everything.
Choice?
Yeah, no, yeah. Like you don't have like a, if there's Pepsi, that's what you're gonna drink.
Absolutely. If your neighborhood is in a Pepsi neighborhood, which do exist, like there's Pepsi neighborhoods and Coke neighborhoods, you're gonna be more likely to like Pepsi.
I hate soda. I don't know.
Do you like any soda? Not even Baja Blast?
I don't really like Baja Blast. I like juice. That's exactly why I drink the tequila soda is because I'm just like I don't like.
I feel
if I'm gonna have something sweet, it's gonna be an eat versus a drink.
Not a drink sweet.
Yeah.
Carbonated water. Yeah.
I only drink it sometimes. Like I'll drink like those sparkling waters with all the fucking aspartame that give you cancer. I drink those sometimes.
No, they don't actually give you cancer.
Well,
like LaCroix, right? That's one of them.
I drink like the Walmart ones. Like I drink like the flavored Walmart waters. Like I'm talking about the sparkling. I'm sure that it has tons of aspartame in there.
I mean, I think that if your body can digest McDonald's,
I don't like McDonald's.
It can handle it.
The one fast food place I like is Chick-fil-A. I'm sorry. I know.
Oh, the homophobic chicken.
I know.
As long as we can all call it the homophobic chicken.
The homophobic chicken.
Yeah.
I actually just had this conversation with my friend Shane, who's gay, and I was like, I know I shouldn't like Chick-fil-A, and he's like, well, it's okay.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of gay people that I know who are like, yeah, I totally eat the homophobic chicken. We just got to make sure we call it the homophobic chicken. Yeah. Because like, I think it's arbitrary because I don't eat there out of principle, right?
Yeah.
But then I buy stuff from Amazon, and that dude's like the evilest person in the world.
Very much so.
So
Speaking of that, have you seen that his like ex-wife has like she has donated so much money.
like
she just
millions.
donated a bunch of more money like a few weeks ago, and she's like, I don't know, I want to look more.
That's
into
the
her.
kind of billionaire that should exist.
Yes, exactly.
The ones that don't stay billionaires.
Yes. I'm just like, I don't know, like going back to the like the celebrity thing is like, how can you have that much money and not want to help people?
Exactly. You can
like
live.
That makes me happy, like and that just might be like me and maybe you too, is like I would like to like give back and make people happy and stuff, and that would make me happy. So it's just so crazy that like this guy has all this money and he doesn't want to do like anything with it to like help people, and it's just so crazy.
It's absolutely absurd.
I could not.
Oh, yeah. Because like you could live pretty comfortably maybe for the rest of your life on like 10 mil, assuming that you continue to work.
Yeah.
Right? Like at 10 mil, you know what kind of house you can buy in New Mexico for $500K? The nicest one in Albuquerque. Yeah. Right? Super nice.
Yeah.
You can have a
$100,000
car.
Yeah.
And that's only like $600K in, and you still have another $9.5 million to spend.
Yeah. Or even if they bought the houses there, I don't know. Like I've also thought this too. Like I'm like, I don't care how much money I would have. I would never have like these big ass mansions. Like I think if I like was like super, I would probably move out to the boonies and have like a cottage,
a really nice cottage,
a nice cottage and a big ass garden, and I'd probably.
Oh yeah, I'm not against nice places. Yeah. I'm against
hoarding your money.
Hoarding wealth.
Exactly.
Hoarding wealth. Yeah. Because how much good could you do with that? And that actually damages the economy, right? Because we need money flowing. Yeah. We can't have a certain few people with all of the cash. You know what I mean? So I think that's super important.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't know. That man's evil. But back to our conversation, right? The whole like arbitrary cancel culture thing. I think it holds value, but I still buy from Amazon. I had to go to Walmart to pick up our new dartboard. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you think about this little topic? What about when people? I just saw a video the other day, and I'm like, I was torn on it. So it was this homeless man. He stole a cart full of it was like trash bags and food, and I was like, well, and this like lady stopped him, and she like tried to attack him and stuff, and I'm like, first I wouldn't probably get involved in some stuff, but I'm like, I don't know. I just think like from a big company, I don't know. Like I just feel like you need to do what you need to do, and when you're in a situation,
Absolutely.
I'm just like, I'm not hating on the man. So because like the man that did it, because I'm like, that company is not like they're paying their employees a good amount. It's not like they're doing anything that's like good. They're just profiting off of all of us in America. But
that's all that they're doing.
Yeah.
That was actually last call. Do you want to finish the drink, or did you want another one, or what do you want? You good with just that one?
I could finish another one, but I could finish this one.
You want to pound it real quick?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see it. The last flavor I have, I think I only have the lime flavor left. You gonna be able to do it?
Yes.
Okay. We'll get you your last one.
Here, just pour it in there.
You sure?
It's not like it goes to the top anyway.
Yeah, it all mixes in. You're gonna have some watermelon lime, I guess. There we go.
I'm definitely going to come back to this bar.
Heck yeah, I'm looking for some regulars. Business is new, so I'm looking for some regulars to have around while I still meet new people.
Yeah.
So it'll be really fun. Close that up. Make sure that the drinks don't get cold. Yeah. So your favorite fast food place, you said, is the homophobic chicken, right? What about fast food that isn't available to you within New Mexico? Have you ever been to Raising Cane's?
I fucking love Raising Cane's. They're making one here. When is it going to open? Like,
but it's
when is
down
it gonna
south
open?
in Las Cruces.
They do have one in Las Cruces. That's where I've had it.
Okay.
But they're making one in Albuquerque.
Yes. I'm so excited.
I don't know when. But they need to open it soon because I fucking love Raising Cane's.
Oh, yeah.
So bomb. I also like In-N-Out. I'm definitely a just regular. I'm so basic with anything I eat. Like, so I usually won't, when I get a cheeseburger, when I get a burger, I just get cheese, meat, and the bun.
No, not like the juices and the smothers and all like the tomatoes.
I like the animal style fries.
Yes,
those are so bomb.
Those are really good.
And then also another place that I tried actually in Colorado is they have like this garlic burger and it's so good. I
I
forgot.
don't know if I'd like that.
Are you not a garlicky type
Not
of person?
really. I get really affected by after breath and taste. And
I've never heard anybody say they don't like garlic. Garlic, I'm a garlic girl.
Okay. I like garlic
girl.
bread.
What about
so maybe I'll
pickles?
like it. I don't like sweet. I like dill. I don't like
me
sweet.
too. I only like dill.
Yeah,
I hate,
dill's good.
I hate.
Sweet. I need that sour. I think the
There's
sour's
this
a good
guy I
part.
follow on TikTok, and he's like the pickle guy, and I'm like, if I was to ever do like any type of social media, I would want to be a pickle influencer for sure, because I fucking love pickles.
Oh
I'm
wait,
gonna be a pickle
wait.
influencer.
What does it take to become a pickle influencer?
Oh God, you just review a lot of pickles. He gets sent all these random pickles. Like I'm like, that's my dream right there is to be a pickle influencer for real. Like pickle influencer. Like I don't know.
Wait, do like pickle companies like? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking of in my head how this goes. A pickle company's on Instagram looks under the hashtag I like pickles. They see this man's on here with like 1 million followers, and they say, hey, I'll give you 100K to say my pickle's good. Is that like what happens?
I don't know about how much, but yeah, he reviews like pickles and like pickle juices and like olives and shit like that. I don't like. I'm gonna be honest. I've never had an olive, but I know I don't like them.
I like black olives only because you can like do like the thing when you put them on your fingers. You ever did that as a kid?
No,
I
never have eaten an olive.
guess that's a white people thing or something, but really.
I was gonna say that, but you beat me to it. I think that might be a white people thing.
There's not much that we have. There's the olives on the fingers.
We have a few things, and we cherish them.
Exactly. And then we're like, everything else is really good, so we're gonna borrow this, borrow that. Sorry, we're trying to borrow ethically, but we're trying.
What's your favorite white people food dish?
Mac and cheese or PB&J.
I would say PB&J. Do you think mac and cheese is a white people thing?
If it's Kraft mac and cheese, yes.
Okay, yes, I can agree.
Yes. Now pasta's not white people, right?
Pasta salad would be a white people thing.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Or Utah. Have you ever had like the Jello shit? I have to show you this cookbook. So next time you come in, I'll have the cookbook for you. It's a Jello cookbook, and they put like carrot shavings in their Jello.
That's disgusting.
And it's like a cuisine of Utah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, and they put like shredded
drink,
carrots.
sorry,
Yeah, go for it. Take a drink. Take a big old drink after hearing that one. But they put in carrots. They put in broccoli, right? And then they'll even make like full meals where there's like meat chunks in it. So they'll have like Jello salad, Jello meal, and then Jello dessert.
That's disgusting.
It's horrid. It's so bad.
My friend
it's
actually
Utah.
lives in Utah, and I was just like telling him, I was like, I'm gonna ask you. Maybe I don't know if you would know this, but like because of like the caffeine thing of like, I just saw something and it was saying like of like Mormon people because they don't like really drink caffeine.
So Mormons can't drink. Weird. No, they can drink caffeine.
Okay, because they have a lot of soda shops in Utah, and that's like a big thing there. So
huge.
I was like,
because coffee isn't used there. It's literally just tea and coffee.
And tea that you can't have.
Oh yeah. So I was Mormon at one point. Very recently, not Mormon actually, but when I was Mormon, it was told to me that in the word of wisdom, you can't drink alcohol, coffee, tea, can't do no tobacco, and can't do no wacky tobacco, no drugs. Right. Those are the things you cannot do. And then it also says that you should eat meat sparingly, except in times of famine or a cold. It says you should have hearty meals, eat lots of fruits and veggies, get good sleep. But people don't talk about that. They just talk about the nose, right? And so, yeah, it's literally just coffee and tea. That's it. That's all it is.
It's such a strange thing.
It is. So, like, I could be pounding back energy drinks all the time, which are horrible for me.
Yeah.
I would do like 2 or 3 a day. But then, like, I wouldn't drink coffee in the morning, which is the same effect, and I'm good to go.
This is a random one.
Okay, go for it.
Just because we're talking about it. Because I watched a documentary about the LDS church.
Same thing, yeah.
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 I don't know, just like about Jeff Warren or whatever.
All
that crazy shit.
That's the FLDS. It's a breakoff.
Oh, FLDS. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. So there's the LDS church, which is, Mormons.
Okay. And that's still intact. That is still a major thing.
Well, yeah. So you don't know this, but I served a mission in Montana. I was a Mormon missionary for 2 years.
Okay.
And I served on a polygamous colony.
Wow.
So I met polygamists.
Wow.
These are like breakoffs. Like, so they're
All sister wives vibes.
Yeah, no, I had a meal with like a 5-wife family. So like,
and how was that?
really loud, kind of fun,
Wow.
rowdy.
Wow.
But the way it works is here's the Mormon church, right? And you have this offshoot where it's the FLDS, because Mormons stopped doing polygamy.
And what is FLDS versus LDS?
Fundamental LDS Church.
And then what's the difference between that?
The difference is polygamy. That's
okay, so FDLS is polygamy, and the other one, and LDS is just regular?
It's the normal one that everyone thinks of with Utah. But what happened was at one point, the government said, hey, you can't practice polygamy. And the church was like, you know what? We want to survive. We're going to start practicing polygamy. And the FLDS church was like, no, screw that. I want more wives. But then Warren Jeffs, pedophile.
Yeah.
And so they had a break off. Now it's called the Apostolic United Brethren. But guess who turned out to be a pedophile? That guy as well. Yeah. Polygamy has a trend here. Sure. Yeah, polygamy has a trend here. And so I actually served on my mission on a colony for the AUB. And I was teaching them, trying to get them to become the other kind of Mormons, right? But I actually think, I'm not going to tell you any more about that because the podcast is going to have so many other cool stuff on it. And it's going to be so much, that's like a taste, right? Yeah. Because the first episode, we don't really talk about that much. I think we're doing a part 2 on that though. I think the host, his name's like Zach, he's a really cool dude. And I want to talk about my mission a lot on part 2. So that'll be just a teser for you. Yeah.
I'm going to watch it for sure.
It's going to be super cool.
Sounds very interesting.
And I think Patreon, they have different levels, but it's $10 a month and you get access to the whole thing. And I know they've been filming tons and tons of material.
There's lots of stuff on there. There's a lot of podcasts on there.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to have to subscribe for sure.
Oh yeah. It's going to be super cool.
Is it a subscription or?
It's a subscription. So you renew it every month.
Oh, okay, cool.
And cause I'm actually a Patreon. Yeah. But it's it's $10 a month or something like that. And it renews the first of the month every month.
Same as Apple Music.
Exactly. And it's like not eating McDonald's once. Cause a meal at McDonald's is $9.
Where's Starbucks drink?
You have a Keurig?
I don't. I drink cold brew, stock cold brew every day.
Stock cold brew. Okay. Mm-hmm. Where do you get it from?
From Albertsons.
Does Albertsons have good coffee?
Albertsons girl. Well, it's just they sell it all over. It's just a cold brew in a jar. I mean, in a jug.
In a jug. Is it kind of like the ones from Satellite? It's in like a cardboard carrier?
No, it's in a plastic bottle.
Okay.
I'm a horrible person that uses plastic because I'm a piece of shit.
Dare you eat the homophobic chicken?
I eat the fucking homophobic chicken. I am a horrible person. Okay, sorry.
Oh man.
You learned a lot from me at this bar.
Well, here's the thing. Alcohol gives you a little bit of liquid courage. Yep. We do lots and lots of talking.
Yep.
That's why I opened my own bar. I'm still new. I still have to learn how to do drinking. Yeah. I actually have a little mixer thing right here. So one day I'm gonna learn how to make these drinks and not from a can.
I can teach you too.
That'd be really cool. You have to show me. You have to be my regular.
I should have brought it, but I have a T-Pain drink book, and it's can I mix you a drink? Can I mix you a drink?
Can I mix you a drink?
Love T-Pain.
Do you ever watch the kids TV show? We Bare Bears.
I do not.
It's adorable. It's like New Wave Cartoon Network. He's in it for an episode.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, and it's hilarious.
I love T-Pain.
And he's in
so
T-Pain as T-Pain.
Oh,
he's animated
so
T-Pain.
I love T-Pain. I feel like he's always been really underrated. I think he's actually on Patreon too.
Yeah, he's actually a decent enough guy too.
Yeah.
He's
a
pretty
good guy.
decent. Yeah, pretty decent.
He seems like a good celebrity.
So if you were to ever get a tattoo of a celebrity, which one would you? Besides Mac, we already talked about Mac, right?
Yeah. Honestly, probably Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
I've been a Lana Del Rey fan since I was
Did you go to her
15.
show?
Yes, I did.
Me and you were at the same show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the one
that happened in Albuquerque.
Or whatever.
Heave Auditorium, yeah.
Oh my God, it was such a good show.
I was in the middle on row 28.
I was on the left side.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
The middle
where everyone rushed.
And then everything. Yeah, so I was right there. Oh my God, I love Lana.
That swing was so
cool. Yeah,
I
know, it's so cool. I could go on and on about Lana.
Go on. Tell me about Lana. Tell me about Lana.
I just fucking love Lana. I don't know. I feel like Lana, and then also I think in 2 different periods of my life or whatever, but Lana, I just think helped me find my femininity. And feel like I'm okay with it, and also I don't know, I just fucking love her. She's just everything.
That's fair.
She's everything.
Absolutely. No, Lana Del Rey's cool. Yeah. Did you get any merch? Because I have the hoodie from it. I can't wear it that often unless I'm here at the bar because it has the F word on the back of it. But
yeah, fucking I love you. No, just kidding.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. That's exactly what it says. And whenever I put the hoodie down, I think she did this on purpose because the it and the I love you, I love are out. So it literally just says, fuck you.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, I love it. Oh my my God. That's
Whenever
so
my hoodie's
cool.
down, so I'm like,
That's so cute.
be careful with
I
that
love
one.
it. I love Lana. I love Lana. What's some other? I'm trying to think of another artist that I like.
I have a plan to get a, because I have something right here, right, and I'm figuring out this next, and I think I'm gonna get a Mr. Rogers tattoo portrait.
That would be really cool. And what does he mean to you?
He's my hero.
Okay.
That could
I
think
could
about
see.
it. Like back in before in the South, it was still segregated. It still is, but back then it was legal segregation, right?
Worse, yeah.
And he shared a swimming pool with a black dude, like a boss, and was super take care of your mental health, anti-racist, anti-homophobic.
Yeah. And when it wasn't even cool to do that.
That was back in the day when kids with disabilities were in mental asylums up until the 80s, right? And even then the stigma persisted. And he'd have him on his show all the time. Absolute legend.
Oh, he was a good guy.
Yeah, absolute legend.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
I loved that.
Mr.
I
Rogers,
loved that.
Bob Ross, Steve
Bob Ross,
Irwin.
yes. Steve Irwin, yes.
Yep. And then the other one, he's David Attenborough.
You know who's my favorite from back? But this is an astronomy thing. Is Carl Sagan. I fucking love Carl Sagan.
Yeah.
That's another person I would probably. I've always wanted to get a quote from him. There's a bunch of different quotes that I have saved that I would get a tattoo of.
Yeah.
I love Carl Sagan. His Neil deGrasse Tyson is his person that's kind of took over for him.
Absolutely.
Or his protege.
He's the next generation
okay.
one. Yeah.
He's okay, but. No, Carl Sagan was one of the nice. I feel he was such a nice man. He, I just I don't know. I just feel he was a very important man in science and astronomy, and he will always be one of the people that I look up to.
Absolutely. Do you know the name of the homie in Reading Rainbow? Reading Rainbow. No? Okay.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
He's this. I can never remember his name. He's really cool too. He's an influential dude. Yeah, really, really cool.
I'm gonna have to look him up too. What is it? Or you don't know who it is?
I don't know his name.
Oh,
I'll have to look it up and tell you later.
Yeah,
but it's he's on the Reading Rainbow.
I've never heard of that.
You never? Whoa!
I love good vibes shows though.
You've never watched Reading Rainbow?
No.
The
Should I
staple
look it
of it's the staple. Yeah, look it up. It's the staple of PBS. Reading at the same time going on, there was Reading Rainbow, Read Between the Lions. Arthur and Cyber Chase. Those were my jams back in the day.
Cyber Chase, Arthur. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love Arthur. I'm
Mr.
gonna
Rogers,
be completely honest. I watched Arthur even when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I love Arthur.
Oh, yeah.
How cute. Yeah.
Right? What's his name again?
Hosted by LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton. He's a cool cat. I like LeVar Burton. I just never remember his name. I'm horrible with names, so
Yeah. LeVar Burton.
All right. So let's get finishing that drink because they're trying to close up and do dishes in the back. You don't have to chug. Don't feel any pressure. We still have a little bit more time. But, yeah. You also don't have to drink all of it. You know what I mean? You're good.
Oh, I'm going to drink all of it.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Just kidding.
See, I'm still a lightweight. So for me, 2 or 3 beers in and I'm like, oh, I can't walk straight.
Well, this is my third drink, so 2 or 3 in.
See, I would be belligerent by now.
Belligerent?
Yeah, but in a very nice way. I'm not mean.
Yeah.
But what type of drunk are you? Because right now you're giving me a bubbly kind of drunk.
Oh, I'm very,
bubbly kind of
very
drunk.
bubbly, but I think if someone fucks with me, then I'm in a different type of mood. But nobody.
Are you
I
the earrings off kind of gal?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely.
Really?
Yeah. I definitely am.
I wouldn't have pegged you for that. That's
especially tequila. Especially tequila.
Well,
yeah.
that has tequila.
Yeah.
We have tequila. Yeah.
Loves my
You'll have to
tequila.
come back. We'll do shots sometimes.
Yeah.
We have a last call, obviously. This is the last drink, but in the future, we'll have you back on. And
Yeah.
we'll come. Cheers. I don't actually have a drink. I'm a bartender. I can't drink.
Yeah. You're on the job.
I am on the job. Exactly. I'm on the job. All right. Well, I really appreciate you coming into my bar. It is really cool. You're actually my first customer, believe it or not. We just opened today.
Well, I just randomly walked by and saw it, and it was
fair enough.
I'm gonna try it. It's been a long week.
Fair enough.
Been a long week, and I'm ending my week with having the drink with you.
Yeah, there we go. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I always tell people let's have a drink, so especially at my new bar. So if you have any friends or family that would really like to come to my bar,
for sure.
I am so down to serve them. I love having interesting conversations with people. So it'll be a really, really fun time.
Find some interesting people.
Yeah, cool stories. That's what I want. I want cool stories. You gave me a lot of cool stories tonight. I want more cool stories.
Aww.
Yeah, we had fun tonight.
We did.
We had super much fun tonight.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. All right, we'll get you an Uber home. Don't worry. Okay.
Yep, gotta
Cool.
order it.
Well, you can go check out up front because they have the register and everything up there. But go ahead and go check out up there. And it was great to meet you.
too,
And thank you for coming
Cam.
in.
We're gonna see you
there.
later.
We go.
We'll see you
All
later,
right.
Cam.
Have a good one. Come visit me sometime.
We'll see you later.
Bye.